Hello, friends. It's Brooke-Sidney here, your favorite mindset and manifestation coach. And today we are talking about the fact that you are so powerful and truly how to step into the most amazing and powerful self-concept that you can have to manifest whatever you want instantly. But before we do, I just want to remind you that there are two ways to work with me. Both of those ways are listed below, as well as two groups of like-minded individuals that are also on this amazing manifestation journey. So today I wanted to simply remind you of how incredibly powerful you are. I think that as we are starting to work on manifesting everything that we want, it always comes back to ourselves. It always comes back to who we think we are, who we believe we are, and the state of consciousness that we carry, the energy that we vibrate, the energy that we have, right? You emanate kind of who you are. And so I wanted to get on here today and really stress to you, and also for those of you that are unconvinced, convince you of how incredibly powerful you are. I know that when you get started on this journey, there are several things that I think can feel a little heavy. I think the first thing is that people say you are responsible for your life and you're responsible for what has manifested. And if you got on this journey like many of us did to change what you're manifesting, to change that relationship, to change your financial situation, you are not usually the happiest to find out that you have indeed created the 3D in front of you, the reality that you see before your eyes. But in that responsibility and accountability, in that power lies even more power, and with that, more responsibility. Once we know and accept and get in line with the fact that we have created the things that are around us, mostly unconsciously or subconsciously, we can then decide to create something else. And that is kind of the pivot point. So many of us get stuck on the 3D, and I talk a lot about getting stuck on the 3D. I'll tag some of the videos up there, but it's actually not about the 3D in that way. We're not creating from the 3D. We're actually creating from our 4D, which is our imagination, and it's projecting outward onto the 3D. We are actually the most important creators in our reality. But so many of us are walking around feeling powerless. We're feeling powerless. We're feeling beaten by the 3D. We're feeling beaten by the circumstances, and we're feeling triggered because we have been programmed to believe that we don't have any power. And so this teaching, I believe, Law of Assumption, this channel, manifestation teachings in general, help us to get our power back. It helps to bring us back to center. That's why getting into the center of your life, putting yourself back on the pedestal, getting into, as I call it, the pilot's chair, the captain's chair, and deciding that you are the operant power in your reality will manifest whatever you want very, very quickly. Because ultimately, and this is kind of, I feel like the feeling is the secret, but this is also a secret, is that you already have it. It's already done. It's already yours. Once you step fully into your power, as long as you continue to become mesmerized, disillusioned, upset, kind of in this trance of the 3D world, in the reality that's already been created, that's in the past, that is honestly is done, you're holding yourself back from manifesting the next level you, the next level thing, the next reality, your manifestation, your true wish fulfilled, that's actually sitting here waiting on you. And that's why I would love everyone to realize how incredibly powerful you are. Haven't you ever wondered why some things work out for some people and then they don't for others? I don't believe in that per se luck distributed unfairly throughout the universe. No, certain people believe certain things to be true about their lives. They've constructed their own reality about how things get to work out for them. They ultimately create their own rules, and that's how they govern themselves. It's another way of saying dominant state of being, dominant state of consciousness, natural assumption. They have decided to step into their operant power in their lives and create the rules for how it's going to work to get the things that they want to have. It's when you start saying the 3D is not the boss of me. I am the boss of the 3D. I am the operant power in my universe. What I decide to happen, it happens. I remember when I first started doing that. I first started doing it with as simple as like parking spaces in New York. Now, and those of you that are not on the East Coast, you may not understand. Most people don't even drive in New York. So the audacity for me to think that I could manifest a parking space, well, I did all the time. In front of my house, in front of my brownstone, I was manifesting parking spaces. I was manifesting, ease with carrying my groceries in, whatever it was. I saw in those small instances that those became the rules for my reality. They don't have to be the rule for your reality. You can struggle and circle the block all you want. But for me, I am getting the parking space. I always get the parking spaces. Spaces show up for me. The cars come out. I arrive at the perfect time for the perfect space. These are the thoughts that run in my mind, especially when I knew that kind of the opposite was true for most people. I actually kind of secretly delight in it. I think that's the point that we get to when we decided to step into our power, when we decide to know that we are powerful. And I'll be honest, there's always areas in our lives that we are working on becoming more powerful in, working on driving our belief systems, working on believing bigger and greater. I have found even for myself, if I believed, okay, I could get $100,000, I finally get it and I figured out I should have believed for 200 and then I get 200. The whole point is that you have to start stepping into your power, start testing it out, start creating your own rules, start deciding that it gets to work out for you, to start saying all the things that you want come true for you. All the things that you want, they happen for you. When you shift into that operant state, when you shift into that self-concept of the person who gets what they want, of the person who's the master manifester, of the person who's always thankful for, the person that isn't it wonderful that, and I'll tag those videos, or the person where you congratulations are always happening. You're using whatever method puts you into that space of feeling that you already have your wish fulfilled and feeling oh so powerful in the skin that you are currently in, knowing that it is this new you, this next level you that has your desire. You have decided today, and you, my friend, can decide right now that you are becoming the person, the queen, the king that decides and chooses to have the state of consciousness, the thoughts, the beliefs, the feelings, and the attitudes of the person that has exactly what they want and manifest it easily and quickly. That's your choice. That's your decision. Get on board with those of us that are trying to manifest and are manifesting things very, very quickly, because we're changing the rules for how it gets to work out for us all the time. I hope this has been helpful for you. Let me know how it resonates. Make sure that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you tomorrow.